Hello and welcome to the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica for this first leg quarter-final between Jamaica and the United States of America. We'll go through the Jamaican starting lineup in just a little while, but we're going to show you what the Americans will go with for this game against the Reggae Boys. Juan Calderon, by the way, of Costa Rica, is the man in charge. It's a full Costa Rican team. Juan Mora, William Arieta, and David Gomez will support him. And of course, this game will be using VAR as well. And the official also from Costa Rica utilizing VAR, Jesus Montero. Jamaicans starting with 6 defenders in their starting lineup. Andre Blake, of course, between the sticks. Amari Bell, Mason Holgate, Damian Lowe, Greg Lee, Joel Latibodir, Casey Palmer, Dexter Lembekisa, and they'll be behind the trio Demarai Gray, Shamar Nicholson, and Leon Bailey, who returns to the starting lineup of the Jamaicans. There are the officials for VAR, as I said, led by Jesus Montero of Costa Rica. He'll be assisted by Diego Oye of Guatemala. Here's the starting lineup for the Americans. Matt Turner between the sticks. They'll have a back four of Anthony Robinson, Tim Ream, Mark McKenzie, and Joe Scally. In the middle of the park, Johnny Cardoza will play beside Tanner Tesman. In front of them, Christian Pudisic, Yunus Musa, Weston McKenney, and Ricardo Pepe, who has 11 goals to his name for the Americans. Wherever you're watching all across the world, thank you so much for joining our coverage here on the Home of Champions. My name is Donald Oliver. With me is Leger Williams. He's been looking forward to this encounter.
Yeah, most definitely. This is a big game. It always is, and we're off in this big game. It always is when the Americans visit Jamaica, whenever they play Jamaica. And I'm looking forward to a very intriguing tactical battle.
The Americans in the blue and red, they'll be kicking towards downtown Kingston. And the Jamaicans, of course, in their full yellow kit, will be kicking towards the New Kingston area. And it's a massive crowd inside the National Stadium for this fixture. And they're hoping that the Jamaicans will perform really well in this one. I'm sure you'd have taken a look at the starting lineup, Leger, that Steve McLaren has chosen. Were you a little bit surprised by the defensive outlook of this team?
Yeah, a tad bit. Wasn't expecting a formation change, as you see a loose pass from Casey Palmer there. Wasn't expecting a formation change coming into this game. So far, Steve McLaren has stuck to his principles, playing in a 4-at-the-back system. He switched to a 3-4-3. I think that's to exploit the American team on the transition. But apart from that, I think we'll see a very positive American outfit, especially in the midfield area where they've gone with Tanner Tesman and Johnny Cardozo, 2 players who love spraying the ball around.
Let's see how the opening minutes will go in this one, as the Americans looking to play out of the defense, and he was immediately robbed off the ball there, Tesman, and the Jamaicans looking to respond. Bailey was trying to get the ball further inside the box, couldn't get the pass off, and Palmer intercepting, but couldn't supply the pass there to Latibodir. Now the Americans looking to respond. It's Ricardo Pepe out wide, Musa continuing his run, didn't get the pass back from McKenney. Scally on it now from Borussia Mönchengladbach, decides to go back to the halfway line. Mark McKenzie is there.
And you can already see the Americans setting up in a 3-2-5 shape. That's their in-possession shape. Scally dropping in from right back to former back 3. Tim Ream, the left centre back, pushing wide. to supplement that as well.
Tim Ream, 37 years old. There has been some conversation as to whether the Jamaicans would exploit him if he covers the left-hand side with the likes of Leon Bailey over on that far side. But let's see how that will pan out. There is a veteran on the ball. Cardosa, lovely midfielder from Real Betis. McKenny.
This is the US men's national team. Only their third game under the tutelage of Mauricio Pochettino.
Here comes the Jamaicans. Leon Bailey trying to sneak that one inside. Unsuccessful on that occasion. I think he's amped up for this fixture, Leon Bailey.
He has been out of the national team for basically exactly a year now, making his return to the team and the starting lineup tonight.
Musa
plies his trade in Italy with AC Milan.
Pulisic getting a touch off the ball. Here is the dangerous number 10. That's a beautiful ball to Pepe. Pepe scores! Ricardo Pepe finds the back of the net for Mauricio Pochettino's men early in this fixture. And it's the perfect start for the Americans. His 12th goal. He also loves scoring against the Reggae Boys too. And the USA with the advantage early.
You cannot give Christian Pulisic that time and space to turn between the lines. And he punished Jamaica early. Lovely drop of the shoulder and turn in the midfield area, in a central area where he has been thriving for his club team AC Milan this season. And Mauricio Pochettino in his first competitive game as USA boss has gotten an early lead in this one through Ricardo Pepe. And it was a lovely finish off the inside, off the upright as well. Jamaica pegged back early.
Pepe did score a couple of goals against Jamaica back in 2021 in Austin, Texas. And he's on the score sheet again tonight in Kingston, Jamaica. What a start for the Americans here. They have been patient, and now they look to get another attack going.
I think there was too much space afforded between the midfield and defensive line for Jamaica there. USA obviously trying to get Christian Pulisic in much more central areas than he's usually afforded.
Latibeaudiere intercepting that one. Lowe helping out. Bell deciding to go back to Holgate. Lowe going long. The Americans trying to capitalize, unable to do so. Searching ball, looking for Lee. Lee trying to get that one across, unsuccessful on that occasion. Pulisic again with some space. There's acres of space over on the far side. The Americans are through on goal. It's another big chance. Blake is in the way. And now the Jamaicans try to respond. It's Nicholson. Palmer is with him. Tries to find Palmer. Gray was also there. And Turner will come out to collect.
End-to-end game to start off with. Firstly, the Americans showing their teeth on the transition. Lovely pass from Pulisic again, who is here in acres of space. Unable to find the pass that time, but he did find the pass on the previous attack. It was Anthony Robinson bursting forward from left back. Very attacking left back as well. Here's a chance again. It was a big save from Andre Blake. Jamaica immediately went right up the other end, but a bit of miscommunication, I think, between Casey Palmer and Demarai Gray. And already so much to think about for the Jamaican coaching staff. There you see Steve McLaren and one of his assistants, Marion Gordon.
Nervous start by the Jamaicans. But they do have a lot of time to respond.
Mauricio Pochettino, only his third game in charge of the United States. His first competitive game, actually. Won his first game 2-0 against Panama before losing to Mexico 2-0 in the second. That was USA's first loss against Mexico in over 5 years at the time. But he started this game, he and his team have started this game supremely confident. And you really can tell by how they're knocking the ball around.
Weston McKennie, accompanied by Lati Badir, gets the return ball. McKennie, this is wonderful, but Pulisic's effort over the top.
Again, too much space in between the lines for Jamaica. This is always a risk when you're changing formation in such a big game. A lot of players, you saw Casey Palmer talking to his teammates, maybe a couple of people unaware of where they should be on the field. And the USA players were allowed to drive forward into acres of space and again finding themselves beyond the last line of Jamaica.
There's been a lot of space for the Americans over on that far side, over on that left side.
And one thing I've noticed early is a few of the Jamaican defenders being drawn out of play, so it seems to me as there are a couple of man marking jobs for the Jamaican defenders.
Here's Leon Bailey. Finding Lee. Was on the score sheet early, Greg Lee, in that Nations League semi-final loss to the Americans last year. Jamaicans lost that game 3-1 after extra time. Just running out of real estate on that occasion, Dexter Limbekisa.
And I know it's a bit early in the contest, but so many of the trends that we saw from Jamaica in their last game against Honduras rearing their head again. Lack of options in the middle when building up, forcing them to go wide and then being defended pretty easily by the opposition.
Well, that's why they went for Isaac Hayden. Hasn't had a lot of match time for his club, but he is on the bench. I suspect the coaching staff thinking that he's not fit enough to start. Palmer wins it, feeding Nicholson rather. Nicholson, still Nicholson. He goes down. The referee points to the spot and awards the penalty to the Reggae Boys.
That was mesmerizing from Shamar Nicholson. The USA is still not well versed with a Pochettino build-up, gives it away carelessly. And then Shamar Nicholson, first dazzlingly, and then a bit boisterously, forcing his way through, drawing the contact from Matt Turner, and winning a penalty, much against the run of play. Jamaica, they have a huge opportunity to draw level now.
The question is who's going to take it for the Jamaicans.
A reminder that Leon Bailey missed a penalty for Jamaica against the USA in the first matchup of the Gold Cup a couple of years ago? Will it be him to try and redeem himself? It looks as if it's going to be Demarai Gray.
Gray, who actually made his debut for the Jamaicans against the Americans, seeking parity against the United States here inside the National Stadium. Gray is ready. Turner too. Gray steps up. Saved by Matt Turner. He continues to be a force between the sticks for the Americans against Jamaica.
And he's one of the best penalty-saving goalkeepers in the world, Matt Turner, especially when he puts on that American shirt. He continues to be so dominating between the sticks. It was his mistake, but he's made up for it in a big way. And a huge opportunity spurned by the Reggae Boys.
Corner kick coming up for Jamaica. Send inside the area dangerously, and it's hacked out of the box by the Americans. What a start to this game. Where does this game go from here? Bell goes long again, looking for Nicholson. I think he was anticipating Bailey to be over on that far side. Robinson with the run. Challenge came in on Pudisic.
Shamar Nicholson had to go a long way back to make that challenge. Usual graft from Jamaica's striker.
Producer trying to get in the thick of things. Referee says play on, and they do. And the Jamaicans are breaking free now. Bailey cutting inside and launching an effort which I believe took a deflection, and Turner scored across to his right to stop that one from going behind.
Jamaica will have opportunities on the transition. That's just the nature of this American setup. On a couple of occasions now, they've spurned what looked like such positive opportunities. High boot coming in from Riemann. It was a good advantage played. Leon Bailey bursting through, cutting in on his favored left. And I think the deflection might have come from himself. Here's the penalty again. He was firmly struck. But once Matt Turner gets the right way, it was always going to be a comfortable height for him. Just reached up. And that 6'4" frame was imposing enough, firm enough to fend off that Gray strike. Huge chance for Jamaica to get a foothold in this contest. Ghana begging.
A lot has happened in less than 17 minutes here. A goal for the Americans, a penalty saved by Matt Turner. It's a big moment in this game. Tickets for the grandstand, all sold out, we heard. The bleachers possibly about 60% to 70% full. Nicholson trying to walk that off. The impact he received. And
for who is watching and is concerned with numbers, That was Matt Turner's 17th penalty save of his career. His save percentage from penalties stands a staggering 42% now. And usually penalties are, or they do have an 80% probability of going in. He has lessened that quite a bit.
Significantly, yeah. Scally deciding to go long here. Couldn't quite find Musa. McKennie picks it up. Musa on his left. It's recycled out to this near side. McKennie trying to play through the channels here, the Americans. Palmer was looking for the call going in his favor. It went the other way.
High intensity start to this game. As Johnny Cardozo feeling the strain a bit. Here's where Casey Palmer would have fouled Yunus Musa. Hull City man in the English Championship, Casey Palmer.
Yeah, this player integral to the American side of players. Take a look at the goal again. It was well taken, you know. Wonderful strike by Ricardo Pepi. The setup by Pulisic was to die for, really.
And we're going to see a change early from the Americans. That will be the end of Johnny Cardozo. He will be replaced by Malik Tillman. Unfortunate for Cardozo. America's true controller in the middle of the pitch. I assume now that one of McKennie or Yunus Musa will drop deeper to make room for Tillman, who is a more attacking player. But America taking no chances with the Real Betis star. It actually seems it's going to be a straight swap. Tillman taking up position right where Cardozo was playing.
Pulisic will get there for the Americans. Lovely cut back, looking for McKennie. Free kick for Jamaica. Deep in their own half. Scally getting a word from referee Calderon. Ball booted long. Nicholson gets there, but Turner was out of his area. Managed to get a boot in there and make the clearance.
Quite luckily as well, because that ball had ricocheted off the knee of Shamar Nicholson as he was trying to control it. And it would have left Matt Turner in no man's land.
Banged long. Lee will get it. Luna will have it. Directing traffic as well. Bell. Lee. They didn't have a runner then.
He had nowhere to go with the ball.
Pulisic. Scally. The Americans aren't at their fluent best, but they are doing enough to thwart the Jamaicans.
Loose pass there from Tanner Tessman.
Pochettino always pacing along the touchline. Low with the header. Palmer picks it up. Bailey striding forward. Still Leon Bailey. Was always under pressure to keep it.
You're unable to get any room and ignores the pass out to his right. And overlapping Dexter Lembikisa.
Joe Scally now.
Again allowed so much room to stride forward.
Yeah, I think so too. Ball switched over. Looking for Musa. The whistle goes. Foul against Amari Bell. It's a wonderful atmosphere inside the National Stadium. Easy call there for the referee. Nicholson goes chasing. Applying the pressure. Gray now picks it up to the byline. Sends it across. Turner with a palm. Headed over the top. The onrushing Mason Holgate. Looking to put Turner in some problems.
It was an enterprising activity from Shamar Nicholson, who won this ball back. And the USA have struggled under Mauricio Pochettino so far to build up play and be secure in their build-up. And Jamaica are applying a much higher press in this game to try and take advantage of that.
Yeah, Bell was robbed by Musa. And now here's Tillman. And Tillman trying to find Pepe, but Holgate saw it. And Lowe now has it.
Of course, Jamaica aren't too well versed in build-up play yet either. But they've won the second ball, and here's Leon Bailey.
Bailey trying to thread that through to Nicholson. Wasn't accurate with the pass. Trying to win that ball. And illegally so, according to referee Calderon. Again, the Jamaicans pressing. It was a good win from Holgate, and again couldn't find Nicholson. Another chance, you know.
Let's just say that was a centre-back's pass.
I think a few other centre-backs would find that insulting.
Hopefully not Mason Holgate. Leon Bailey fails to trap that one, and the USA break again.
It's an interesting game so far. Gray and Nicholson tripping up Mark McKenzie there. Has
been Jamaica's most dangerous attacker so far. Shamar Nicholson. And he's certainly feeling the strain for all of his hard work. Requesting some attention. A reminder that there is no Michael Antonio for Jamaica in this fixture. He's suspended due to an accumulation of yellow cards in the last round. But of course, no shortage of attacking options on the bench for Jamaica. The likes of Kaheem Dixon, Ronaldo Cephas, Romario Williams, who scored a couple of games ago for Jamaica as well.
Well, the band will forever be playing. Crowd coming in all the time as well.
Of time for Jamaica to get some refreshments in. Also get some tactical instructions, because while there has been some impressive signs, the negatives I think so far have outweighed them significantly. Too much space afforded to the Americans in the middle of the pitch. Several times we've seen a few USA players driving untouched into the final third. It's okay to not engage them here, but once they get the ball forward.
Yeah, we have another 15 minutes to go in this first half. Reem with a long ball forward. Here is again the veteran. Now the Jamaicans. And Lati Bodir couldn't get that attack going. McKenny. Testman, and that attack going nowhere for the Americans.
A lot of Jamaican players were caught up the field, so acres of space in front of the back line of the Jamaicans. Testman going for the shot and ignoring his teammate Anthony Robinson, who was wide on the left. Throw going the way of the Americans.
Low finding Gray, and Palmer getting involved, and Lee back to Bell, fights for it and was fouled. Some words being exchanged between Holgate and Bell. Latibodir, Bailey, Low, Bell, Lee, kept in play by Gray. Trying to go between defenders. Will settle for the throw. Latibodir. Bell. The Jamaicans trying to be patient here. Until they weren't. Picked up by Pudisic. Pepe was calling for it.
Tried to do it all on his own, Christian Pulisic. And Jamaica get a chance with possession again.
The ball over the top. Turner patrolling his area. The flag goes up against Nicholson for offside. Just. Lee will just see that go into touch. McLaren feeling that his team is still within striking distance here, but I'm sure still regretting the fact they couldn't take advantage of the penalty. Holgate stepping out, Low involved there, sends it out wide to Leon Bailey. Bailey sends it across, was looking for Anderson, or Palmer rather, Casey Palmer. Palmer's effort straight to Turner.
Yeah, didn't get much purchase on it whatsoever, Casey Palmer. The Jamaican centre-backs, especially Damian Lowe, doing a really good job of stepping up onto their markers and winning the ball back high.
Nicely done by Latibodir before he was taken out. He's asking for the card.
Has to be a bit careful asking for the card.
Yep.
Because now cards are given for that
for
request.
The request, yep. Here's Bell. Gray asking for it. Gray keeping possession. Holgate. Lembikisa. That's a lovely ball inside, looking for Nicholson. Couldn't quite get over it.
Yeah, that cross the ball was on the way down when Nicholson met it. So hard for him to get the purchase and the direction. Decent cross though from Dexter Lembikisa.
He's a handful for the centre backs though, you know. Towers over them as well. Referee Calderon really getting involved in the discussions between the parties. Holgate again goes long, and it was nigh impossible for Gray to get on the end of it. Yeah,
important when defending those passes over the top for two of the defenders to be in close proximity, one being physical with the attack and the other cleaning up in behind.
Ball lobbed, but Blake comes out of his area. Lembekisa with the press. Holgate reading that one. Low. Couldn't find Latibodir. Pepe now. Tessman finding Pulisic. Pulisic keeps it alive. The Americans still have it. McKennie was looking for a free kick. Was never going to get it. And Palmer forward, trying to find Nicholson. They have to be better in the transition, the Jamaicans. You can hear and feel the frustration from the stands. Scally now for the Americans. Nicholson was looking for some support behind him as he started the press.
Jamaicans on this occasion doing a good job of denying the Americans any route, any chance of breaking the lines. But they've done so now.
Here's Scally. Lovely touch. He kept it in play well. And Low with the interception. Musa's ball across. Almost causing some problems there. Anthony Robinson inside to Tanner Tessman. And now Malik Tillman. The Americans more comfortable on the ball here. Here they are again, looking to go in the attacking third. Another good interception. It was necessary from Lee.
As this game has worn on, the Americans have looked much more comfortable in possession, as you've said, Donald. Not scared of recycling possession and drawing a couple of the Jamaican defenders out before launching an attack. But Jamaica have grown more comfortable in possession as well.
Bailey sprinting. Look at the veteran go though. The American captain turning back the clock by going into second gear there, Tim Ream. Bell to Lee. and Gray. Just the one fatal mistake by the Jamaicans in this first half. And it's the difference between the two teams. Because it has been pretty even since. Bell to Gray. Demarai Gray trying to find Bailey.
Overcooked it in the end. Both Gray and Bailey really struggling to fully impose themselves on this matchup.
The Jamaicans have so many attackers on the bench. It's going to be interesting to see when and how Steve McLaren uses them. Kept in play. Well, not quite. Malik Tillman now. 4 minutes of stoppages added.
It must be said this first half has absolutely flown by, such a nature of the game.
Yeah, it's been a good watch. That's a lovely touch forward to Tillman. Tillman gets it across. And Mason Holgate in the way for the Reggae Boys. Scally. McKenny. Again, they're trying to pull the Jamaicans out. The Jamaicans responding. Now the ball over the top, looking for Pulisic, but Holgate defending well. Lembekisa mopping up. Can the Jamaicans get an equalizer before the interval? Bell goes long. Gray collects it. Gray inside the box. Hesitation. Still looking for some support. The flag eventually goes up though for offside.
Struggled to really bring that one under control, Demarai Gray. Jamaica always looking for that pass over the top. Marginal, that decision.
Pochettino saw it all the way from where he was. But I suppose he's a little biased. Midway through stoppage time. And free kick going the way of the Jamaicans. McKenny though, coming off worse for wear. Well, not quite keeping their eyes on the match. A few in the stands. I suppose they prefer to be entertained in other ways. Not a lot of time remaining in this first half. Holgate again trying to find a teammate. Now here's Tillman. Scally has some space to work with now. Kenny. Musa. Tillman. You can see that the Americans are still trying to work out the kinks here, especially when they try to go forward. They haven't really been at their fluent best, and it may be something that the Jamaicans could capitalize on for the second half, which will come up in about 15 minutes or so, because that's the end of the first stanza. And the Americans are ahead, courtesy of that man, Ricardo Pepi. He loves scoring against Jamaica. Turner was instrumental in that first half, denying Demarai Gray from the penalty spot. And the USA leading Jamaica at halftime by 1-0. It's been an interesting watch, Leger Williams.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that the first half flew by. It has been a good game, a game of transitions, just like Steve McLaren would have expected, and I'm sure Mauricio Pochettino would have expected as well. But in just a few key moments, the Americans have had more quality. Christian Pulisic finding Ricardo Pepi in the box, the finish from Ricardo Pepi. Shamar Nicholson finding space and winning the penalty, but then Demarai Gray drawing the save out of Matt Turner. Key moments have decided this contest so far, and in the second half, both teams have things that they need to clean up on.
Yeah, we could go into a wide range discussion as to the tactics by both teams in that first stanza. We mentioned at the end that both teams weren't at their fluent best. We spoke about the fact that the Jamaicans started off with 6 defenders, but they were really behind the 8 ball after about 5 minutes, with them conceding the goal. But to give them credit, they didn't really concede a whole lot of chances after that moment.
Yeah, and I think that's down to the overall quality of both teams on the transition, really, because the United States of America haven't really pressed forward their advantage when they've found space, because on several occasions they've gone forward in tons of space and just not done the right thing, the efficient thing. But I think tactically it's a pretty dead even game, despite Jamaica starting in a 3-4-3, despite America starting in a 4-2-3-1. Both teams settle into the same in-possession structure, the same 3-2-5, with the interiors being the most dangerous players, but the interiors haven't really come to play as much, especially for Jamaica, with Leon Bailey and Demarai Gray struggling a bit. Christian Pulisic has had his moments. McKennie has had a lot of touches, but none of them really integral as yet. So I think it's down to both teams, both coaches, both coaching staffs to come together and find out a way how to get their most dangerous players into more dangerous positions and how to get their strikers scoring. Pepe has already done it. I'm sure he'll want more than one chance for the game.
The National Stadium usually with a 28,000 seating capacity, possibly about 60 to 70% full for tonight's fixture between Jamaica and the United States. We take a break, back with more after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica, as we are about to start the second half in this CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinal first leg. The Americans lead the Jamaicans by 1-0. Ricardo Pepi, the goal scorer in this fixture. If you're just joining our broadcast, you've missed quite a bit, including the goal. But both these teams have really gone all out in that first half. A couple of changes being made by Jamaica. Isaac Hayden getting his first minutes as a reggae boy. Ronaldo Cephas coming on as an attacking force as well. Leger Williams, your thoughts on the changes?
Quite interesting. I didn't expect 2 halftime changes. A lot of the thoughts that I would have for Jamaica to improve would be more so from the composure side of things, but it seems as if they have changed shape.
So Demarai Gray has been replaced by Cephas. That's a big call. And Hayden has come on for Lee. But the Jamaicans defending early here. Big chance. And Pulisic was unable to pull the trigger there. Hayden with a vital interception just moments after coming on.
Yeah, Jamaica going much more attacking in this second half. Have switched to a 4-2-3-1 to try and match the Americans. But what will that mean for the space in between the lines? I guess the introduction of Isaac Hayden alongside Latibode at the base of midfield will counteract that, they hope. But already a chance for America as they got in behind. No changes for the USA following their forced first half change. That was Johnny Cardoso coming off for Malik Tillman. But the USA are there to get at.
Yeah, I think so too. But the Americans, they have the set piece now. Tim Ream going long, Blake coming out, punching it. Musa trying to recycle, heading to the byline. And back there, Bell applying the pressure. And it's a goal kick for Jamaica.
I don't think this change will do too much for the in-possession structure of Jamaica. Possibly just move Mason Holgate to the center of their build-up back three. Damian Lowe to the right of it. But it's still going to be a 3-2-5 with Latibode and Isaac Hayden at the base of it. Can they get enough progressive passing from that too? It remains to be seen. But Jamaica, despite having 39% of possession, did have more final third entries than the USA in the first half. 33 as compared to 25 from the USA.
Hayden getting a lot of cheers from the fans. He has had a couple of golden touches so far since coming on. Isaac Hayden.
Yeah, doing what he does best, and that's breaking up play. Has been known for that since breaking through the ranks at Arsenal quite some time ago. Cephas running into trouble over there on the left.
Yeah, just slipping and couldn't really controlling possession.
It must be said the surface here at the National Stadium in Kingston doesn't seem to be in the best condition.
Yeah, keep in mind there's been a lot of rainfall in Jamaica over the last month or so. So the field already soft. There was some rain this morning as well.
Good turn from Tessman before drawing the foul from Latibode. The man that plays in France for Olympique Lyonnais after moving from Italy and Venezia over the summer. Christian Pulisic over this free kick.
There's the delivery. It's not a bad one. Ream was at the back post waiting. And the Americans will have a throw. There's a goal scorer. Ricardo Pepi.
Scored the first goal of the Mauricio Pochettino reign against Panama. And he's now scored the first competitive goal of the reign as well. Bailey does well, and that's surely going to be the first yellow card of the encounter.
Yeah, McKenny will go into the referee's book. Yeah, referee Calderon showing no hesitation there to producing the yellow card. I guess he can get it after the game, the shorts. The Jamaicans still trying to settle in this second half. They are still going. So much life in the stands with the music being played. Oh, that's lovely. Really lovely. Lovely switch as well. Ronaldo Cephas on it. Has Musa for company. Cephas. Cephas effort. Wide of the mark. But signs of life.
Yeah, let's just call that one a bit of tunnel vision. It was lovely build-up play down the right-hand side. And then Leon Bailey with the switch.
Bailey does that so well, doesn't he?
For both club and country. And it was this touch that took him away from goal, Ronaldo Cephas, but still intent on getting the shot off. He was always going to be difficult, off balance, and running away from goal as well. Wayward pass from Mark McKenzie. And I assume that's going to be the second yellow card of the encounter.
Well, Pulisic certainly asking for it. And
no card.
No card. Pulisic complaining. Still complaining. Maybe has a case. Pochettino having the word with the fourth official, David Gomez there. Pulisic's ball inside. Harmless.
Has been in sparkling form since the start of last season, really, Christian Pulisic. Especially for his club team, AC Milan. Looking to transmit that form for the US men's national team as Tana Tessman wins a foul that Casey Palmer can't believe is a foul. But then again, when does he usually believe it?
Absolutely bemused after that one.
And still.
Musa. Scally. Tillman. Now Ream. And Anthony Robinson. Tessman out wide. Musa with the collection. And now the delivery went all the way across. Lembekisa is back there, trying to find an outlet. Couldn't. The Americans will return.
Yeah, that's a bit of a downside to Jamaica switching to a four at the back system. Much more space out wide for the Americans. Can they exploit that? Can they get the ball to their best passers to get those switches? That's a different question. Steve McLaren is betting no.
Mackenzie goes forward. Pepe now with it. Tanner Tesman. Here's the captain, the 37-year-old Tim Ream. Trying to slide that one through Tillman. And now Palmer goes out wide. And Cephas has some pace here. Has Cali for company. Ronaldo Cephas. Cephas! Again, his shot. Trying to bend it into that far corner. Wasn't anywhere close.
Yeah, didn't get the right wrap and curve on that shot.
You can see the signal from Nicholson telling him to look up. Tyree McGee getting ready to come on.
And that's actually a change I would have anticipated, seeing that Jamaica have gone to a 4-2-3-1. So Casey Palmer, who is now occupying that attacking midfield role, Tariq McGee much more suited to that position.
And I suppose he gets a little bit more freedom.
In this system, most definitely.
Here's an opportunity for the Americans. Pepe.
A bit of miscommunication there between the American attackers.
They're getting their wires crossed. Bailey. For a second there, I thought he got the rub of the green. McLaren has been chewing away. Probably a little nervous on the sidelines. There's a change, as you called it. Palmer out, Tyreek McGee on.
Clearly a crowd favorite here at the National Stadium.
Clearly. Cephas has had a couple of bites of the cherry in the second half.
I always think he has the opportunity to go to the bar line.
Oh, Tillman inside the area, looking for the corner kick.
And gets it. You can hear Mauricio Pochettino calling for an out-swinging delivery.
Or maybe that wasn't the instruction, who knows? It's going to be an in-swinger. Put a six ball inside, headed out. They'll try again. Pulisic on his left, headed away by Holgate, it appears. Pulisic will try again. Nicholson is back there. Lembekisa plays it along that right-hand side. And the US will have it. We are approaching the hour mark. And the Americans are looking for a critical second goal here. The The Jamaicans haven't really had a sustained spell of possession in the second half, but they are still pressing the Americans, looking to force a mistake. Pulisic does well. Tillman. Musa. Referee signaling play on there. Scally will put that one into touch for his teammate to get some assistance. Low, is it? Yep. For that challenge, belatedly gets a yellow card. And Pulisic going after the Jamaican defender. He needs to calm down.
You could see him get up immediately and ask, where is he? Where is he? And made a beeline for Damian Lowe.
Yeah, that's accidental. The push first, yes. But the knock on the head afterwards in the follow through. Remember that VAR is also here for this quarterfinal, but there's going to be nothing doing with that one. Picked up by the Jamaicans. McGee gets a touch on it now. Ball played inside. Bell decides to go out wide.
Not a bad option, but Cephas was on his toes there, or not on his toes, I should say.
I don't think Bell was fully aware where exactly he was. McGee. Lovely string forward to Leon Bailey. Bailey trying to slide that as well. Didn't quite work. Now opportunity. It's Nicholson's. His shot is blocked. Mark McKenzie was in the way, denying the Jamaican striker. Now this is the spell of possession I was talking about. McGee can't keep that one in play.
And you can immediately see the impact of a natural, creative, attacking midfielder in those zones, in and around the box. Allows Jamaica to retain more and then burst. Critical block coming in from McKenzie.
Low. Trying to go long for Bailey. Latibodir applying the pressure, but Tillman does really well to get out of that. Ream touched out wide to Robinson. The Jamaicans will get the throw. Lembikisa almost turned into trouble there. In fact, he did. But his team, fortunately, with the throw. Oh, that's a good win by Damian Lowe. couldn't keep his footing. The challenge had come in on him. That was a good burst forward though by the big defender.
And I think quite honestly, after call it 65 minutes of this contest, Damian Lowe has been Jamaica's standout performer with and without the ball. Actually one of the better performances I've seen from him in a Jamaican shirt. Free kick coming up.
Bailey along the turf. Cephas in the box, drives it across. Oh, what a chance that was! It was Mason Holgate right in front of goal. But he was under pressure and he couldn't get a clean shot off.
I think it was Mackenzie again. Right on hand to deny that one.
What a chance that was.
Lovely turn. Played across. And it was Musa stealing in at that back post, denying a certain Jamaican goal.
Here's the corner kick. Did it cross the line? They're appealing for a handled ball. The referee for now points to the corner flag. The Jamaicans so close to an equalizer and the crowd there loving it.
Matt Turner had to claw that one off the line. That Leon Bailey delivery, and here he comes again.
Another delivery from Bailey at the near post. Couldn't quite flick that one on, could he?
Yeah, that one didn't have the purchase of the first one. But what a delivery this was. Trying to catch Matt Turner off.
I think the woodwork was also in play as well, you know. Yeah. No, it was all Turner. And then Lowe, well.
Hit Tim Ream pretty high on his arm. It was Amari Bell doing good work to distract Matt Turner initially. Almost did enough to distract him for Leon Bailey to score directly from the corner kick. Jamaica on the up.
What's happening here? Coming together between Robinson and Nicholson. Bailey also getting involved. This is just a lot of testosterone. And the coach is trying to separate the players.
To be honest, this does tend to happen in clashes between Jamaica and the USA. Emotions boiling over. On that occasion, it was the Premier League men, Leon Bailey and Anthony Robinson. Bailey didn't like the contact which Robinson gave him on that wing. Retaliated, and that's what caused the scuffle.
And it's English Premier League men who go into referee Calderon's book.
Here it is again. Pulisic again down on the floor. And Bailey didn't like that push. Or that.
And they are still going at it. Always something more. Always something more. Back to the football. Oh no. But luckily, Lowe was there. Along that right channel is Leon Bailey. Bailey trying to get that one inside. McGee. Taking their time, trying to be patient.
Mason Holgate didn't get the memo.
No, he did not.
But the Americans are sensing that the tide is shifting and they are preparing 2 changes. Here they are. It's going to be the goal scorer making his way off for Brandon Vasquez.
Yeah, Vasquez actually scored a goal against the Jamaicans in that Gold Cup encounter last year.
Also going to see Gianluca Busio. He's coming on for Weston McKennie. And here's the goal that separates the 2 teams. So long ago now, but still the critical moment.
It's a hot match. McGee. Lembikisa trying to set up McGee once more. And that's gone out into touch for a throw into the Jamaicans. Lembikisa with the header. Good win by Hayden. McGee was in the way. Lembikisa, Latibodir. Working in tight spaces, the Jamaicans. Here is Leon Bailey now. Bailey on his left. Blocked by Tim Ream. It was necessary. Here they come again. Nicholson. Ball dinked out wide. Lembikisa gets it back. Leon Bailey now. Bailey's ball inside, easily repelled by Ream. Holgate again goes long. Didn't quite work out. Low again. Instrumental in this game. Oh, lovely from Bailey. Trying that pass to Nicholson. Was unsuccessful on that occasion. There's a lot more space in this game now. Pulisic. Latibodir involved in a coming together with Tanner Tessman. Free kick for the Americans.
The Americans will take those stoppages in play more and more as time ticks on. They need to break the momentum of the Jamaicans, who have certainly been the better team for majority of this second half.
Kareem behind this, trying to work out his options. Again, he goes long. This one is headed across, but no issues for Andre Blake. He sends this one long. Looking for Cephas. Turner off his line. Referee says play on, and so they do. Oh, that was a little dangerous from Holgate. It always looks worse in slow motion, but that really was high.
Yeah, poor challenge from Mason Holgate. Reminder that there is VAR for this contest. And we're going to see Romario Williams coming on for Shamar Nicholson. Romario Williams, who scored for Jamaica against Nicaragua away from home a couple of games ago, looking to have the same impact here.
Well, that was almost awkward. Pulisic. That's a lovely find to Tillman. Musa not able to get the space he wanted. Scally can't keep it in touch, can't keep it in play, I should say. It's a throw-in for Jamaica. Cephas getting on with it. McGee, well, was Williams coming from an outside position? Yeah, clearly. Didn't move quickly enough. There's that save from Turner. There is the appeal for handled ball. Referee had signaled at the time that it came off his shoulder. Robinson, ball in a dangerous area. Low. So calm under pressure tonight, Damian Lowe. Wonderful game so far from the defender. Blake would do well to get out of trouble. Latibodir trying to find Cephas, throw in for Jamaica. Could have been awkward. It was awkward.
Yeah, most definitely was awkward. Andre Blake, not the best ball-playing goalkeeper in the world, trying his hand and escaping.
Low booting that one to McGee, who's being held by Pulisic. He just added another dimension to the play of the Jamaicans in the second half, Tyreek McGee. Here he is. Williams losing possession. Latibodir doing enough. Here's Hayden. Cephas trying to go into a next gear here. Cephas eventually goes down. Referee having none of it.
Does have the beating of Scally over on that side.
The Americans give up the possession though. Damian Lowe across to Dexter Lembekisa. Less than 10 minutes to go, plus time added for stoppages. There may be a few. Low. Bailey just lost possession there. Ball just got away from him. McGee nipping in. Now Low. Ball over the top. Couldn't find Romario Williams. The Jamaicans trying to pick up the loose ball in the attacking third. Low again in the right place at the right time. They give up possession, the Jamaicans. Ball played through to Pulisic. Plays it across. It's a big chance. And Brandon Vasquez almost scoring against Jamaica again, provided with a big opportunity.
I think the pass to him from Pulisic was too heavy. Didn't allow him to take it in his stride. Jamaican fans growing a bit frustrated that the team isn't playing more forward passes, and rightfully so. Going to have to turn it back again.
Yeah. You can hear the crowd impatient. They give up possession easily. Here's a big chance. And Brandon Vasquez with a couple of opportunities here as the Jamaicans played themselves into trouble.
Had way more time than he thought. Brandon Vasquez could have taken a touch, opted against it, and in the end the Jamaicans survive. Still struggling to play out. There has to be another route. My
They
goodness.
can't get out of their own defensive third. The Americans were blocking off most of the channels apparently. The US with the lead in this one. Good win by Hayden. Gets the call. He hasn't looked too bad since coming onto the park, Isaac Hayden.
Not at all. Playing to his strengths. Winning the ball back effectively and cleanly. Playing quick passes. Hasn't looked bad at all.
Hopeful ball to Williams.
Overcooked yet again. That's the thing with the Jamaican build-up. They're not blessed with many great natural long passes of the ball, but the short passes as well, not too many options or quality in those. But it must be said the Americans aren't blessed with either as well. And
well, card comes out. It is a second yellow card for Mason Holgate, who's sent to the showers.
He started walking before the referee even blew his whistle. As obvious as it gets, fouling Brandon Vasquez, and he knew he was gone already. And what was a pretty positive 25 to 30 minute spell for Jamaica in the second half, I think in the last 5 to 7 minutes or so, has really boiled over into a real lack of quality. And they now find themselves pretty deep in a hole as the crowd begins their exit.
Austin Trusty comes on. So to Ariandro Zendeas. And Tavon Gray comes on for Dexter Mbekisa. The Jamaicans down to 10 men. They'll be hoping not to concede, because a 2-goal margin going into the second leg on Monday in St. Louis may be a bit too much.
They have shown enough in this game, I think, to give themselves hope of overcoming this and overturning this USA lead. But you are right, 2 goals would be a steep task for them to overcome on foreign soil.
Tillman back to his captain. Not sure if the Americans are thinking of going for a second goal here. Ream goes long, too long. Not quite Christmas for the Jamaicans as yet. I guess the Jamaicans will take a few lessons from this first leg. What are your thoughts, Leger?
Yeah, as I was saying, I think that there were many positives in this game for Jamaica. In the first half, obviously they struggled to close down space effectively at times, but they did limit the USA to very little, I think, especially after the 10th minute or so. Restricted them from entering their final third as well for most of this game. But the inability to build up effectively is something that haunts not only this American team but the Jamaican team as well. But there was a period where they were able to get sustained possession, and they did it really well after McGee came on.
Oh, that's a lot of space over on this left-hand side for Robinson. Now it's Pulisic. Opportunity here.
So I do think that Steve McLaren and his team have many positives to work on, and the negatives just need to be ironed out ahead of Monday's game in St. Louis. And for the USA, still build-up issues plaguing the team, allowing Jamaica to run rampant on the transition a few times, and still not creating enough big chances from their own doing. So things to work out for both of these new coaches in their new projects, but certainly reason for optimism for both of them as well.
Well, the Americans are looking for a second goal here. Oh, that's a challenge from Isaac Hayden that will produce a yellow card from referee Calderon.
If this result were to hold, it would be the first loss of the Steve McLaren era.
Yep.
And his frustration cannot be hidden. Confirmation of the yellow card to Isaac Hayden as around a minute and 15 seconds remains in this game. Christian Pulisic over this free kick from around 30 yards.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica in the house, Dr. the Honorable Andrew Holness, entering the final minute of stoppage time. Pulisic, low, in the way. Cephas bearing down. Hayden winning that one. Now McGee. McGee gets it back. Trying to find Cephas.
Again stuck on his heels. It wasn't the best of passes, but not for the first time. Cephas hasn't been alive to the action. Has had a positive impact since coming on, Ronaldo Cephas. His injection of pace and endeavor. But seems as if he gives up on plays a bit too quickly.
And that is the end of the game. The Americans with victory over the Jamaicans. USA trump Jamaica in this first leg quarterfinal encounter in the CONCACAF Nations League. Ricardo Pepi with the goal in the 5th minute of play, and the Americans with a slight advantage heading into the second leg on Monday in St. Louis.
Yeah, tight game between both teams. It was very competitive for majority of the game. Boiled over on a couple of occasions, but a lot of tactical intricacies which need to be ironed out by both coaching staffs. But room for optimism for both as well. And it's certainly lining up to be a fantastic game on Monday in St. Louis. And it will be live on your Home of Champions as well.
Yep, 8 o'clock Jamaica time, 9 ECT, kickoff in St. Louis. Well, it's been a pleasure bringing you this action-packed game. The Americans with the advantage over the Jamaicans heading into the second leg on Monday night. We'll be there to carry it live for you. On behalf of the hard-working production team, it's goodbye from the National Stadium for the final time.